Lupasog Empire. Mabuhay po kayo lahat. Mabuhay ang ating Royal Imperial Lupasog na nandito namamayagpag sa Sulu. Bisitahin nyo na po ang Sulu at nakikita na ng buong mundo ang progressive development ng ating kaharian, lalo na nung nakita na nila ang ating munting palasyo na nag-umpisa sa korte ng soberenya. Ang developmental process po yan, naka-arrange na po yan sa ating mga lolo sa Amerika, sa China, at sa Malaysia. Subalit meron tayong espesyal na panauhin ngayong gabi, ngayong umaga, si Raja Muhammad Gamar Mamay Hasan Abdurrajak Gamar bin Abdul Gapar Sultan Jamalul Kiram III. Kasi marami siyang dapat isasabi sa inyo tungkol sa Carpenter Agreement na nag-sign si John Carpenter representing USA and Sultan of Sulu and North Borneo represented by the kingdom si Sultan Jamalul Kiram II. Napakaganda po kasi ito isang agreemento kung bakit naging malakas ang Amerika over sa Pilipinas, over sa Southeast Asia. Kaya nga, yung police power na yan, masyado ang nakialam dito ang Amerika sa pamamalakad ng Pilipinas. Pero ngayon, absolute monarchy na at nag-expire ang 100 years police power at ang sinabi natin European control sa atin dahil every election doon sila pumupunta sa Amerika. Pero ngayon, mula noong 2016, walang Amerika na nakialam dahil alam din nila na na-default sila noong January 2014 dahil nga kahit pumunta na si President Obama dito, hindi pa rin nagtagpo ang royal couple at ang Amerika dahil nga hinarangan ng gobernador ng Sulu at ang 5 claimants. Dito makikita ninyo kung paano ibibigyan kayo ng linaw ni Sultan Gamar Abdurrajak. Ito, magandang umaga, mahal na Sultan. Ito, pagkakataon natin ulit na isambulat sa buong mundo ang global conspiracy ni President Gloria Arroyo at ni President Bush. Tingnan nyo, kahit sa conspiracy, merong partnership ang Pilipinas at ang Amerika. Amerika, kaya nga Amerika din ang siyang sasalo. Mabuhay yung ating mga lolo dahil sila pa rin ang gumagalaw para sa resolusyon ng global conspiracy, resolution ng global health crisis na isang konspirasiya, global financial crisis na isang konspirasiya, global resolution ng health crisis, ito na nga yung COVID at ang climate change. Mahal na hari, it's your turn.
Good morning to all my brothers and sisters all over the world. This is a reality regarding the Treaty of Carpenter Agreement was signed on March 22, 2015 between Governor Carpenter John Carpenter 1915, March 22, 1915, signing with a 16-point. Jamalul Kiram II, represented by his personal advisors, Sultan Amirul Umrah, with John Carpenter, Governor of Carpenter from America. They did not agree with the 16-point, they agreed with the 15-point. So, the approved is the 15-point. Supposed to be ended by 2015, March 22, 2015. Now, we still have exceed 7 years, 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 2022. Actually, March 15, 2015, we declared the Federal Republic of Lupag Hill in Sulu. How could the local and national government did not respect the rule of law? So this is the problem of former Prime Minister Dr. Mahathir, signed with George W. Bush, with Gloria, with others leaders, signed the scenario of conspiracy. Especially the ARMM, the whole body is Mahathir, Autonomous Region for Muslim Mindanao. And the right hand is Obama, the left hand is Noynoy. The brain is Fidel Ramos. Former Chief of Staff and President Fidel Ramos. They stand on the all action group, especially MLF, NFE, and others group. That is the propaganda of the scrupulous, evil-minded. This is all done by Malaysian leaders, Mahathir Muhammad. Mahathir Muhammad many times asked my uncle, former Chief Minister of Sabah, Dato' Mustafa Harun, to destroy Sulu, to destroy Maguindanao, to destroy the parts of southern Philippines, because they want to control all the asset, all the wealth of Sulu. That's why Mahathir is a traitor. He destroyed AMNO when he became the Prime Minister from 1981 to 2003. Imagine how long. He was the one who manipulated to have a chaos all over the world. Especially, he is the brain also of COVID-19. The COVID-19 is the most dangerous. How long this? By weapons. Almost 2 years. It was proposed by all the doctors that had experiment in China.
Oh.
One of the doctors escaped, and the rest of the doctor was being killed because they made all the animals, the poison from the animals, and put it to the mankind. That's why this is not good. This is a political done by the leaders who did not respect the democracy. Remember, there is a rule of law. Now, March 22, 2022, this is an advice, warning, that I'm going to give order to the North Borneo Sultana Diolo, Queen of the Philippine Islands, Queen Maria Helen Fatma Nasari Panulino, Josimulan Paginda Ali Elizabeth III, as 1st of March, as what I explained to the public or to the people of the whole world, that she will be the one to command, to rule, to put the law in order. As for me, I am only an advisor to the Queen. I hold the military and the religion. That's why I am the commander-in-chief of all the Royal Armed Forces in Southeast Asia. Now the NATO was established by my great-great-grandfather, Sultan of Sulu in North Borneo. He was the one who made the Masun in 15th century by the England Magna Carta. That's why the meaning of Masun, Muhammad Ali, Sultan of all the nation, before they made the NATO, National Atlantic Treaty Organization. That's why my advice to my grandma, to the side of Kiram, she is my grandma. To the side of Alam, she is my grandma. To the side of Kiram, she is my auntie. I am the true blood of Bolkiah. My lineage is Bolkiah. That's why the Sultan of Brunei, Sultan of Johor, you are involved on the stand-up of Sabah, Brunei, stand-up of Zamboanga, Johor. Also, the President, Rodrigo Rua Duterte, remember the MA-63 agreement. The code of the Philippines is Maria. That is 5 president. Marcos, Aquino, Ramos, Estrada, Arroyo. That's why the 2 president, Noynoy and Rodrigo Rua Duterte, is a puppet already, because the one who rule is the shadow government, which is Mabini Hall 490. That controlled the administration of the office of the president, that is OPAP, and advised by the Malaysian government. So, no more authority of the President of the Republic of the Philippines because of the MA-63. Huh? There are 3 shining in the MA-63. That's why the history will always repeat again. July 31st, 1963, Malaysia was given only not given only a federation of Malaya, Semenanjung Malaya, Pinanjung to become a Malaysia. Not given a country name, given only a trust. Mark my word, this is a chant, this is a reminder to the caretaker government of Malaysia. Mahathir, listen to me. If you are still alive, you know, you have done so many things to make the world be destroyed. Mahathir Muhammad, let me rule. Give me back the title of Yang di-Pertuan Agong Raja di Sulu. The rotation is already finished by the year 2006. That's why I suppose to be stoned, but I did not found the Queen, North Borneo, Sultana di Holo, Queen of the Philippine Islands. That's why former Prime Minister Abdullah Ahmad Badawi went to Sulu to meet this Raja Baginda Na-Itayo. Imagine how could Abdullah Ahmad Badawi come to Sulu without knowing the people of Malaysia, just only to install another Agong-Agong that is from Terengganu. You know that is not an easy to install the Yang di-Pertuan Agong. It didn't pass the religion of truth. Because as the king, you must know the true religion of Islam. So how could Mahathir decide to appoint the international football players of Malaysia? That is Jainal Abidin. Merjan
Conspiracy.
Jainal Abidin. Remember Merjan Jainal Abidin, huh? You are an international football player. You become an Agong of Malaysia. Destroy the image of the religion. And Malaysian government implementing the Islamic law but did not perfect the Islamic law. They violate because once you implement the election, the democracy.
Assalamualaikum, naputol po tayo. Live from Sulu, Queen Helen of the Rajak, Elizabeth III, Part 2, March 22, 2022. Raja Mamay was explaining the relevance of the Carpenter Agreement and the manipulation of the American government, Malaysian government, Philippine government, and all the governments that participated in the destruction of Minsupala, Mindanao, Sulu, Palawan, and even the participation of the armed groups, the revolutionary group designed Moro National Liberation Front of Moro National Liberation Front here in southern Philippines, and also the offshoot Moro Islamic Liberation Front, and then the BIFF and other groups. So, Raja Mamay. So, what is now the participation of Pandikal Amin that you say is also part of the conspiracy? Remember, there is a written documents given to Ms. Ruari and was handed down to me about the scenario of conspiracy, named upon names, and it is publicized in the Facebook. So, these people are really no conscience, no, in trying to defend themselves that they are thriving in the legalities of doing this. So, they have legalized the conspiracy. Now, Pandikal Amin is a Speaker of the House of Malaysia. Is that right?
Haji Mulya Pandikal Amin as a former party of Akal, Angkatan Kaadilan Party. He is the Speaker of the House until now of the Malaysian Parliament government, Maranao. This author of the scenario of conspiracy since Bandung Treaty in Aceh, Indonesia on 1958. The brain is Dorog Malonto, Senator Dorog Malonto. This all from Maranao, from Lanao del Sur. This brain of to destroy the state of Mindanao, it is studied by the Maranao people. That's why Maranao is the most dangerous in the whole world. So I advise the IGP, Inspector General of Police, Bukit Aman, since my great-grandfather is the founder who created the ISA, AMNO, I advise the Bukit Aman to arrest Pandikal Amin Haji Mulya, Said Salih Karwak, former Chief Minister of Sabah, and former Prime Minister Najib Rajak and Anwar Ibrahim. They made again another scenario of conspiracy through BARM, B-E-R-M-M, Bangsamoro Autonomous Region for Muslim Mindanao. This is illegal already because there is an MA-63 that I, the Sultan of Sulu, North Borneo, legitimate as the replacer of my great-great-grandfather, which is the ringgit, Malaysian dollar, Malaysian ringgit. The true Sultan of Sulu in North Borneo, government of Malaysia, do not try to cheat the people of Malaysia. Tell the truth that there is a proof through Volume 1-A, Pentagon file, and Volume 1-B, Buckingham file in London, to prove as the Book of World Record. That's why I respect the rule of law. I warn the caretaker government of Malaysia, let me assume the title of the young Dipertuan Agong, Raja di Sulu, because the retuition is already expired on September 16, 2013. Grace period until 2018. How could you still install the Agong-Agong when the rotation is already finished, already expired? That's why when Najib Rajak assumed the Prime Minister in 2008, I could have to tell the truth. No one is above the law. When Najib became a Prime Minister of Malaysia in 2008, they went again to Sulu to meet Raja Baginda, Na-Itayo here in Sulu, for the new replacer of Agong. Supposed to be the Agong from the first rotation, Abdul Halim Shah. They will give back to Abdul Halim Shah. So, when Najib come here to Sulu, meet Raja Baginda, Na-Itayo, when they went back to Malaysia, they installed the Agong Kalantan. Agong Kalantan. Agong Kalantan did not finish his term for 5 years. He's only ruled for 2 years. They asked to resign. When Agong Kalantan resigned, another Anwar Ibrahim, the third time, come again to Sulu to propose another Agong. Yes, you must be ashamed, Malaysian, ashamed. Do not cheat the people of Malaysia. When Anwar returned back from Sulu going back to Malaysia, they installed the Pahang. That's why we are there in Sabah, Kota Kinabalu in 2017 that Abdul Halim Shah passed away and installed the son of Agong in Pahang, which is now political appointed Agong. So my advice, since the Prime Minister of Malaysia until now declared that Sabah claim is forfeited, so they must have to call me or to invite me to go to Malaysia to pronounce as the new yang referred to an Agong Raja di Sulu, Raja Muhammad Gamal Mamay Hassan Abdul Rajab Al-Sultan Sharif Gamal bin Abdul Ghaffar Sultan Jamalul Kiram III with the Queen of North Borneo Sultana de Holocon of the Philippine Island, Queen Maria Makiling Helen Fatima Nazaret Panulino Abdul Rajab to Simulan Baginda Ali Elizabeth III, the Queen of Financial, the Queen of Mapilindo. She will be the one to be chosen by Siti Mariam in Muslim, Mama Mary in Christian, Wan Yim in Chinese. Is only one person. The woman must be ruled to control the world, to put the law in order. That's why my grandma, Queen Elizabeth II, did not fulfill his promise to all the people of the world. That's why the Queen Elizabeth III shall continue to let the law to be obeyed through government of the people, by the people, for the people, and to the people. And come again that President Barack, former President Barack Obama, when they won the election in America, the black president, went here in 2014. They were called the governor of Sulu with 5 million and secretary in the U.S. Embassy in Manila. So Barack Obama told the governor, who is the governor of Sulu? Sakol said, I am the governor of Sulu. Governor Sakol Tan. Who is the Sultan of Sulu? They said, the paramount Sultan is Bajin Aranan. My nephew is the Sultan of Sulu, Mojo Lai Kiram. Obama said, no, you are wrong. So they showed a picture of us. The middle is my great-great-grandfather, Sultan Saripul Asid. The side is the Queen of the Philippine Island, and the left side is me as the Sultan of Sulu in North Borneo. That's why Malaysia and the Philippine are intermarriage. I cannot be legitimate Sultan of Sulu if I cannot marry the only daughter of Marcos. Mark my word. And the daughter of Queen Elizabeth II. I will be the one to justify. I will be the one to explain to the whole world that my legitimate title as Sultan of Sulu in North Borneo through my marriage to the daughter of President Intralin Marcos and Queen Elizabeth II. This is the reality. Now, the two Sultan, you must not be used and abused by the scrupulous leader, evil-minded politician like Dr. Mahathir. Mahathir, you have lot of things. Better if you are still alive. You have to face the reality. For what you are done until now, you are still the dangerous man. Stop everything. Stop making drama. Also, Duterte, Rua Duterte, this is my advice. I advise Attorney Carpio not to use musketeer, not to use the image of the president. Many already people know. The public knows already that the one come out in the television is not true president as the Sultan of Sulu in North Borneo. My authority is from Allah. I was given an authority by Allah through Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I am the replacer of the first and last king of Southeast Asia who disappeared in Singapore during the World War II in 1945 and appeared in 1946, the founder of ICG, the founder of United Nations, the founder of Organization Islamic Conference. That's why I am the replacer. My great-great-grandfather is the first Prime Minister of Malaysia, no other than Tunku Abdurrahman Putra Al-Haj, that I am the only chosen as the great-great-grandson to replace him as the young Dipertuan Agong of Raja di Sulu. I will not get title Raja Malaysia because it's only small, but I have to get title Yang Dipertuan Agong Raja di Sulu of Southeast Asia. Now, the command is already with my beloved Queen of North Borneo, Sultana di Hulu, Queen of the Philippine Island, since this March 1st until now. So I advise him to do what she wants to do. No more mercy to those who are scrupulous, evil-minded politician like Pandikal Amin, Haji Mulya, Speaker of the House, Anwar Ibrahim Najib must be under ISE as soon as possible because they implement again the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region for Muslim Mindanao. Even though you see it in the Quran Nur Karim, the revolutionary cannot get what you want, cannot get the achievement to rule as the autonomous in Mindanao. Must be the Sultan of Sulu. That's why there's so many claimants, so many installed by the President Sultan of Sulu. Also so many appointed by Malaysia as Sultan of Sulu. Remember, the Sultan of Sulu is only one, the replacer. The true Sultan of Sulu knows the true religion of Islam. If you cannot perform the 5 prayers 5 times a day, one waktu, you cannot perform as one man, you are not legitimate to become a Sultan of Sulu. Remember, my brother Sakotan, do not let others people to use your image or musketeers or mascara. I have so many Lupasug enter. That's why I create RIDA, Royal Intelligence Defense in Action, as the Lupasug enter to monitor the true Governor Sakoltan. Everywhere they visit the municipality, everywhere they visit the wedding ceremony, but no longer the real Governor Sakoltan, because the real is only now 71 years old. Now appear to the public is 50 plus, 50 years old. So how the distance is, huh? That's why, my brother Vice Governor, you are the son. Do not let to destroy the image of your father. Arrest. I know. He is Abdul Karim. Abdul Karim Tan Abu Bakar, the son, the dangerous man of the world, the son of Mishwari. the foreign terrorist training, and he is the leader of the ulama, terrorists of ulama. That's why the OIC no longer supported on him. The problem here, the ulama is the bishop, because during martial law, many priests who sent to Saudi to school, the Pari school in Saudi Arabia, and become bishop ulama. Now their office is in Davao. Bishop Ulama Conference. This is the beginning, the starting of the scenario of conspiracy that support by the Vatican and Malaysian government. Remember, Brunei, you are now, your condition is no longer good. Your health is no longer good. So you pronounce now, you declared now the true Sultan of Sulu. If you want Brunei become great, also Malaysia, you have only 11 states, because in between 1968 to 1969, the Lucien found the comment found in 1985, Safi Abdal, this is a reminder for you. You used this document with my brother in 2006 and form a party Wawasan. Imagine you won this party through this document. When you won, you did not finish your term. It's only for 2 years because you neglect, you reject the promise of your own people. You will not fulfill your promise to your own blood. Suksama. You are not true Malaysian. You are from Sapa-Sapa, Tawi-Tawi. You are only adopted by former TYT sa Karandanday. Kau banyak kesalahan, banyak kesilapan. Kau tidak ikut undang-undang dan kau menghadapi masalah yang terpasang. Buat lagi eleksyon di Johor. Itu eleksyon sudah habis. The election is already expired. No more election in Malaysia. No more election in Indonesia. No more election in the Philippines. Honored the MA63 Malaysian Agreement. That's 31st July 1963, signed in London. August 5, 1963, signed in Foreign Affairs, Manila. 16 September 1963, signed in Kota Kinabalu, Sabah, Malacanang Chambers in Manila. That the Philippine government protect the Mindanao, Sulu, and Palawan. Malaysian government protect Sabah and Sarawak. Indonesian government protect in Kalimantan and Bolongan. Return back to the source of origin through the monarchy form of government that we established on February 14, 2022. Remember, we already pronounced and installed and declared the absolute monarch, which is signed by the office of the President, Malacanang, OPAP, on January 20, 2022, approved by the office of the President. That's why there is an absolute authority was signed and approved by the Supreme Court of the Philippines on December 9, 2014. And also, we dissolved the claim to Sabah to stop the claimant not claiming Sabah on March 14, 2014. No one is above the law. So this is another reminder to the Inspector General of Police through the advice of the young Dipertuan Agong of Raja di Sulu, Raja Mamay Abdurrajak. Arrest immediately former Pandikalamin Party Akal, former party, now the Speaker of the House of Malaysia, Pandikalamin Haji Mulya, it is Semnis, and the part of Malaysian government. How could the Maranao become a Speaker of the House? He is a Maranao. And Said Salih Karwak, Anwar Ibrahim, Najib Rajab must be put back to ISA, International Security Act, forever and ever. No mercy, no mercy, because he have done so many sin in the part of Sulu, in the parts of Mindanao.
Sponsored
Is sponsored the
Sabah.
farm. Sabah stand up, Zamboanga stand up, and Marawi sit. That's why this Marawi already proposed in 10 years before, already programmed how to destroy Marawi. Because the destroyer of Sulu, the brain is Maranao. That's why Maranao is the dangerous man in the world. Now they make another appointment, another arrangement, another organizer, that the 15 council, how could the 14 representative council, all Maranao, and the only one is only from Sulu, that is the son of Jikiri. Imagine how they are going to destroy the state of Mindanao, to destroy the Lupaso. Maranao, please be stopped.
We have our Sultan there.
We have already arrangement with your Sultan there in Lanao. I already arranged with the Queen to have your 6th state, regional Islamic 6th state of Lanao.
It is given already to
Given already, since we implement the Federal Republic of Lupaso, already made 6 state Islamic. Imagine, we give you the Islamic. Go back to your own territory and support your Islamic state, 6 state, and form Islamic government. Do not try to get the territory if you are not belong to Sulu. You are not Tauso. You implement your own government in Lanao. Do not interfere the problem of the Tauso. As the Sultan of Sulu in North Borneo, I give it order for the inventory of all the deep of the MA63, many countries, almost 86 countries, are deep to the Philippines. So, it is up to the Queen of North Borneo, Sultana Diholo, Queen of the Philippine Island, to do everything as soon as possible. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuhu. Alhamdulillahi Rabbul Alamin.
Maraming salamat po, mahal na Sultan of Sulu and North Borneo, the King of Southeast Asia, Raja Muhammad Qamar Mamay Hassan Abdul Rajak, Sharif Al-Sultan Qamar bin Abdul Ghaffar, Sultan Jamalul Kiram III. It is a very inspiring message again about the participation in the global conspiracy of the Malaysian top leaders and their support in the destruction of Minsupala. They had been trying to take over the territory, the oil-rich territory, the source of all, the Ligwasan Mars, and through the manipulation of the 15th Council of the ARMM and now the BARM and the participation of the Maranaos, it is being rectified. And as he said, that he has endorsed it to me, and silently I had been moving with the Sultan Ramil Ismail towards the security, the safety of the sovereign people of Lanao and of Iligan. This is very good because, every time that Raja Mamay comes out in the broadcast, the revelation is very strong. So, this is the good thing, as I read yesterday, the 1 year and 6 months. So, with the anniversary of the March 22, the 7th year after the Carpenter Agreement expired. So, it is good that it was the advisor Amir Bangsa, the personal advisor of Jamalur Kiram II, who also stolen the identity and conspired with the American government. So klarado po yan na lahat ito ay ninanakaw ang pagkatao para magkaroon ng konspirasiya. Maraming salamat po, mahal na hari, and thank you so much because out of you, the process of exposing the reality of all these things happened in the destruction of the kingdom of Lupasug. But now, since we are now in absolute monarchy, Maharlika Kingdom of God, Lupasug Empire, the validity, the rule is already the blending of the entire sovereign territory of Sulu and North Borneo and the Philippine Islands formed into one up to Southeast Asia. Maharlika Kingdom of God, Lupasug Empire, mabuhay po kayo. Mabuhay ang nakikinig. Ngayon nakita ninyo kung paano tinitake over ng top leaders ng Malaysia and how they supported the peace talk, which the money coming from Sulu asset heritage account but manipulated by the head of states. Good morning po. Maraming salamat. Masalam.